Hello, students, teachers, staff, and anyone else who's listening to this podcast. Good morning, and welcome to Breakfast Radio with Nathaniel. Say hi. Zachary, say hi.
Hi.
And myself, Tabitha. We hope you're all having an amazing morning and that you're ready for another day at your favorite school, LFIM. A few weeks ago, the middle and high schoolers, accompanied by a few teachers, went on a school trip in the mountains around Chandigarh in northern India. Today, we're going to be going over the trip and looking at pictures of different activities we did there. Let's get to it. In this first picture, we are at the airport just landing in Chandigarh, and we've all posed in front of a giant statue of a guitar.
Everybody here looks very well dressed, and we are very excited to go on this
We
trip.
look very tired and are not looking forward to 3 hours in the car. But we did it anyways, and then we arrived at the camp.
So this was at the camp. Everybody was kind of tired, I guess. And Tara, the host of the camp, introduced us to the rules of the camp.
This area in which the picture is in is where we spent a lot of our time. It's where the meals were held, where a lot of activities were held, and where we hung out in general.
Yes, this picture. This is when we went trekking a bit, and we're just having a good time walking around nature, and it was really fantastic to see trees all around us and just smelling the fresh air was just nice, you know?
Yeah, pictures with the boys.
It was also the first activity we did at the camp, which was a good introduction to the whole concept they were trying to put out there of nature and doing activities together. Now, we had a special activity called Mission Impossible, in which some people were suspended with ropes, and we had to help them get different objects that were lying on the ground. So, this is the first picture of this game.
So this is me and Nathan doing rope jumps. I think it's called like this. No?
Jump roping.
Jump roping, yeah. Nathan was in a army suit.
Yeah, I felt like wearing that kind of outfit, like just to match it, because why not? In my opinion, I look pretty good in it though.
So this was the activity Mission Impossible. I think the person we're holding is Josephine or Toby. So it's Toby. We were trying to pull at the beginning. We had to make him go up. The pulling group was trying to pull so hard for the person to go up the air.
Air rifling. This was a very interesting activity where we learned how to shoot. It was also kind of a competition between the boys to see who can have the best shots.
It was a competition between everybody, and I did a great job, thank you.
No. You didn't seem to care much. From the last time I remembered.
Agree
You're
to
like,
disagree.
meh.
There was only one picture of the air rifling, but next we had another very cool activity, in my opinion, which was rock climbing. So this first picture is just the introduction to what we're going to do during the day. So all of us are right near the facade that we climbed.
Rock climbing in particular wasn't a very fun activity for me, but it was kind of, I guess, okay.
This is a picture of JB, a teacher climbing up the rock.
He looks pretty confident, actually.
I think he was pretty confident. A lot of us were so confident, in fact, that, like this person here, we went up blindfolded.
So this is actually Toby going blindfolded climbing. It was pretty impressive. Guri, one of the animator of the camp, told us to make love with the rock.
So we did.
Yes, love. That man, he had special philosophy in him. Special man.
We're gonna move on to what day-to-day life looked like at this camp. So this first picture is in a place we call the gazebo, and it was just a covered area outside where we could all hang out again and do assigned work, just like some people are doing in this picture.
I mean, it was also a good resting place to just feel the fresh air and just sit somewhere under the shade or whatever you felt like doing back then.
Exactly.
It was just, yeah, a cool place to hang out.
Yeah, and you could have an incredible amount of people there if you wanted. This is all of us united in one spot.
So this was during the campfire. Toby and I were serenading people. Actually, we were serenading Nathan. It was actually pretty funny. Toby has a very nice voice, very rounded and smooth voice while singing.
Sorry, but may I ask, what does serenading mean again?
Serenading is trying to get to seduce somebody. He was trying to seduce you.
Yes, I remember that serenading process. I was proposed and I gladly accepted. Obviously as a joke.
Hope you live happily ever after. We did another extremely cool activity, which was ziplining. We built the zipline ourselves. So in this video, you'll be able to see one of the processes that it took to build a zipline.
The zipline was, I mean, it was an okay activity. It wasn't really the best activity that I found interesting, but because I was hoping that the zipline was a bit faster and it would take a bit longer, like when you were on the zipline. But it was a cool activity nonetheless. Was just hoping it was better.
So yeah, the zipline was, in my opinion, a pretty good activity. Like Nathan said, it wasn't like very long during like the rope wasn't very long, but I guess it was all right. Yeah.
I, for one, am very glad the zipline was not longer because we built it ourselves and I do not have enough confidence in our abilities. So it was a great length to have as a beginner build. This is Thais going down on the zipline, all safely. And then here's a picture of a couple of the younger ones talking to a high schooler, which I thought was a very nice picture.
So now let's move on to the archery. So here we have Oyan, pretty proud of what he did. Yeah.
He got the best score in archery.
And then we have JB flexing with Oyan's results.
Archery was a very good activity, but it's just that I was really bad at it. I couldn't hit any of the shots. I felt like archery was rigged. It was just, I was completely, I mean, to say it in a nice way, it was okay for me.
On. One of the nights, we did an overnight camping trip in which we brought all the materials, all the camping gear, tents, and food, and hiked up to a spot and camped there. So this is a picture of the hike in which, as you might be able to see, Nathan seems quite exhausted.
I mean, I have asthma. It's normal. People get exhausted. I was in a very comfortable position, but yeah, I was exhausted.
After that, though, things picked up pace, and here's a picture of what it usually looked like on the hike. It was beautiful, had nice scenery, and the ground was a good texture? No? For hiking on?
So this was the moment where we were when we arrived at the overnight camp. We were building the tents. There were pretty small tents actually. But yeah, it was a good time. So here we have a very nice picture with JB and little high schoolers, and also Nikita, the Spanish teacher.
Oh yeah, this moment right here was we needed to gather some wood for the campfire, obviously, and then we have here a picture of Jibe and other students taking a huge piece of wood. If I have to be honest, that piece of wood was completely useless because it was too big.
It was useless.
Yeah.
So here we have a picture of the school, I guess, making the food because we had to eat. So we made paneer with honey and lemon. It was very, very good. I think everybody liked it.
One thing to mention about the overnight camp is, as you can see in the photo, is that the view was really nice, especially at night, where you can see the city lights being, well, pretty good. I don't know if we have photos of that, but it was actually not bad.
Unfortunately, nighttime does not seem like the best photo taking spot, but as you can tell here, we got a nice campfire going and enough light to capture what it felt like during the camping night out.
I mean, thank God for the fire. I was freezing.
After that, we had to leave. It was departure time. So here's a couple pictures of what transportation looked like. First was the car ride.
Yeah, the car ride was, obviously boring. So obviously I slept through it, and that's it. There's not much to say about a car ride.
So this wasn't the plane. I think it was during the flight. It was pretty nice flight actually. It was not very long, but yeah, pretty sad also.
I mean, I look good in that photo with that hat. Nice.
Here we can see in the back with Aidan, Toby, Oyan, and Zachary. We have there is a little bromance in here. We have Aidan and Toby making Titanic pose, and Zachary is holding Oyan in his arms.
This photo looks very well made, I guess. We have everybody in it, and I think everybody pretty much enjoyed the trip.
We hope you find this and all of the broadcasts helpful. Thank you to all teachers and staff for your effort. Stay safe. Remember to wash your hands. Keep COVID at bay. We wouldn't want to go back into online school. Peace out.